Welcome back to another episode of Naistumättu. I'm so excited because this week we have our music director, Maestro Pietari Inkinen.
Inkinen, Pietari Inkinen.
I'd like to move on just to talk about this because you were our first guest on the show, and it's changed quite a bit. So, what do you think of the new digs, the new studio?
I like it. It's I don't know, getting more and more serious.
Sure,
but
that's right.
Serious but fun.
Yeah, no, it's a blast.
We are lucky we have someone like you to do it so naturally.
Oh,
and
thank you.
It's very, very good.
I'm so happy to hear that, and I will try to continue to do my best. So welcome back to Korea, welcome back to KBS. Tell us what you've been up to in the months since we've met last.
Good to be back. I came now from Japan. We had some really exciting concerts in Tokyo, in Suntory Hall last week, and I was week before that in Sydney. First time in the newly renovated, refurbished Sydney Opera House. It's now busy as it used to be before COVID, so looking very, very positive after now these many corona disruptions, and hopefully this will remain now the case, and we can present also this massive scale works as well, like this week in the future, without any extra disturbances anymore, you know?
Great work by Sibelius, and it's the first time it's ever been played here. This is the Korean premiere. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this work?
Yes, 쿨레르보. The name comes from mythology, our national epos Kalevala. 쿨레르보 is a sort of tragic hero. His life doesn't go quite perhaps as one would hope. And it's this kind of a melancholic mood that is in a way very, very typical Finnish in many ways too. Very present in the later works. So this is his early work from 1892. Really his breakthrough piece in many ways, and was a great success in the premiere and gave him certainly, even in Finland it's not performed every year, but to do it now finally, first time ever here, it's a great honor. We get also this wonderful ylioppilaskunnan laulajat, the university male choir, who were also took part in the world premiere in Helsinki. So that's two soloists who are really specialists for this work.
Sure, can you maybe talk a little bit more about the chorus that came?
Yeah, so I know them for a long time. I know the chorus master since we are kids. We used to play in music camps together and so forth. So it's a long history also with me with this ylioppilaskunnan laulajat. Everybody in a long name. Yeah. you can have a go at it.
I didn't even try. I maybe off camera.
And so yeah.
Logistically, it's a huge production.
Yes.
You know, bringing the choir and everything.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about what went into the planning? How this came to be? How much work it took to get all these different groups kind of working in concert together?
Yeah, it's a very good question, and I actually originally was wishing to open my tenure with this piece.
Okay, yeah.
However, then it was, of course, corona reasons too, nearer to even closer to the lockdowns, full lockdowns, and it was so risky that we most likely will not succeed. And it was also kind of a last-minute call that we could even start in January with the special permits to enter and all that stuff. Yes. And the guys are all lawyers and doctors, and so they need to take. So they sing regularly together, but they need to also take time. It's
their day jobs.
To put them then in 2 weeks in the quarantine or something. It's completely out of the question. So that would not have worked either.
Possible.
So it's a good that you ask about it. These kind of things, to put it together, it's risky, it's costly, but when it works out at the end, it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's great, and everyone is arriving today.
Yeah, we are all here. I just got an SMS from the baritone soloist.
Hello everyone, so I'm Jukka from the YL Male Voice Choir, and we have just arrived here in Seoul.
On a major tour like this, we always make a badge. For this tour, we also made a shirt.
One more.
Right.
One more to go, and yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
right,
it-
okay. Without giving too much of the story away, can you tell us, this is a very thematic work, so how does Sibelius bring story into the music? How does he bring it to life in his
Yeah, it's
work?
really from beginning to the end, Kullervo's life. The first movement sets the basic mood, which is dramatic and melancholic and so forth. Also for contrast, there's absolutely still and quiet, beautiful moments as well, but we have already an idea that how it's maybe how it's going to end, that it's not the happiest of circumstances. Then the second movement tells a bit of this is all orchestral. The youth of Kullervo, and it's this kind of how these poems from the text is this sort of a repetitive and it's this kind of ancient folk. It's like an ancient folk music of Finland.
Okay, wow.
And it's very unique. It's absolutely worth experiencing. Then the third movement, and finally the soloists and chorus join, and Kullervo and his sister, and they have their dialogue, and the chorus also comments on and tells the story what happened next. Then it's musically actually quite happy music, the fourth movement, which is actually that Kullervo goes to war. It rides with his horse and plays his horn and gallops through the fields, and then the fifth movement, then the chorus explains then the rather tragic end of Kullervo's life, and that's how. And for me, it's the message in these poems, the text behind it, the message is really that one should take care of your children. That's ultimately the message.
Okay, wow, cool. Well, thanks. That gives us a lot of insight into the piece. And let's touch just briefly on what will precede this work, Sibelius's Saga.
It is very much in a similar moods. This is Kullervo Opus 7, this Opus 9, soon very similar. But in any way, without even this clear text or poem or story really behind, it is really, they fit very well together. One can very well just imagine your own fantasy story behind it, and they really that way easily can be linked and in some ways even belong together.
So this is not a concert that we want to miss. I mean, this is if you're in the audience, it's going to be the first time to hear this piece played in this country. So thank you so much, Maestro Inkinen, for chatting with me. We will continue to rehearse. I enjoy getting to know the piece, and we will hopefully see you at the concert.
Okay, please, all new viewers, subscribe to our channel, check our website, come to the concert, see what's going on, and experience some great live music with us.
That's great. That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
No, wonderful. Oh.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Maestro.